the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
From SoFi Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Dalton right to the air. And his first look is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Andy Dalton. The pass caught by Olave. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there of 20 yards. No score after one on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This will be Dalton again.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now Dalton. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's got some space here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action here with Dalton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Dalton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Kamara up the middle.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now Stafford and the Rams down 10-7, 53 ticks to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Clock rolling. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.